What's up, guys? My name is Jamal Socorro.
It's your boy, Gerard. It's Jerron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Woo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life. How are you, Jerron? How was your week?
Not too bad. A lot of work. Why is my computer shutting? Whatever. Yeah, you know, it's not too bad, not too bad. A bit of a long one, because work's been fucking calling me in every goddamn day.
Well, I mean, at least you're off today.
Yeah, I am off today. I was supposed to be off yesterday, but they still called me in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, that's the worst thing, is when you expect to sleep in, and then you're awoken at 7 a.m. It's like, this isn't right.
I feel like they should give you, like, a 24-hour warning for that kind of thing. Like, can you come in tomorrow, you know?
No, it's really whenever he needs help. It kind of sucks, but I can walk to work, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
But how about you, Jamal? How was your week?
It's pretty good so far. Just catching up on some anime and all that. Monster Hunter.
I haven't caught up on any anime because.
Come on, this is an anime podcast.
You're right.
You can't be straggling, man.
You're right. But Monster Hunter has been consuming my life.
True. Not as much as mine, but I can understand the feeling of such commitment.
So I have to fucking. I'm gonna get on it when I go home, because I'm behind. I gotta catch up on literally everything. Overlord, probably an episode behind on that. Magus Bride, Killing Bites. I saw a clip of Killing Bites. Now this may or may not be spoilers, it's been circulating around Facebook, where like. The main girl and that cheetah girl, they just kind of like start having fucking sex, like in funk. Apparently they were like fighting, and then the cheetah girl just kind of came down on her, and then it just proceeded from there. I'm like, what is happening in this anime? I thought it was ridiculous at first, but then it keeps pushing the bar. I'm like, what? Is this going to be another prison school, or are we going to reach for the goddamn stars?
There's no limitations for this anime at this point.
It doesn't seem like it, so I need to jump back in to see what's going on. I need to catch up on, let's see, today's Friday, right?
Yes, according to this recording, it is Friday.
So, Frank's comes out tomorrow. I'm caught up on that, but that's because I watch it every week here.
Yeah, usually.
Violet Evergarden, that's kind of one that I left behind. I really want to get back into it because I'm curious as how Saber Chan's oh wait, they call it Full Metal Saber.
Why is it Full Metal? It's because
she has metal arms.
I was thinking more of an eye patch thing, but then she doesn't have an eye patch. Yeah. Okay. Metal Gear Saber.
Or
Full Metal Arms. Or Full Metal. Yeah, well, I guess whatever.
Yeah, whatever goes.
Whatever goes. But this is podcast number 5, and this is a little bit different this week as far as topics go.
Mainly because we've decided to introduce video games to our repertoire, because and a lot of times they go hand in hand, and we talked about the holy trinity of waifus, including video games. So I'm like, why not? I mean, and we already talked about hentai, so
right, exactly. So how does that?
Might as well just talk about the whole triangle.
The whole triangle. Yeah, might as well, right?
So, as we mentioned lately, we've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter.
So I mean, I guess it's like a sort of it's not really a late review or anything, but this is like your first 100 hours kind of thing.
Well, I wouldn't say first 100.
I mean, then how's it 100? Like,
so there would be first 100. And then realizing my base instincts of making a female character, and then putting in another like 160 hours. So
is it more than 100 hours?
So it's 260.
Oh, okay.
About, because I played 100 hours as a guy. And I was like, yeah, this is great. I'm, self-insert. This is great. This is cool. And then I saw the female armor. I'm like, damn it. So there was another 100 hours.
All right. So this is your first 200 hour comprehensive review. Then.
Yeah. It's a good game. Anyone that was even remotely interested in it should jump into it. Those that are looking for more of an adventure type, you could probably stay away from it, because it's not an adventure per se. I mean, the areas you hunt in are big, but not like you'll get used to them after you've discovered them all. Like there's not much new once you've fought all the Elder Dragons, which are essentially kind of late game monsters. You fight stronger versions of them, but it's not like anything too different, but they promise that they're gonna do free updates, free DLC, and there's a new creature coming out. I think next month. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's already March. So like March.
No, I guess it's sometime this month.
Yeah.
Shit, it is March. Damn.
So yeah, it's that new like T-Rex looking creature, right? With like the
Devil
little,
Joe.
Yeah, with like the with the horn snout kind of thing, like a bunch of little like a drill snout.
Or as people in the Monster Hunter community call him Pickle Joe.
Pickle Joe. Why? Because he's green.
Because he's green and looks like a pickle, a big walking pickle.
I guess.
I mean, I've only played one other monster. Maybe two, but definitely one other Monster Hunter. I was the one for the Wii, and I don't remember him being there. But there's a lot of monsters that I hope come back. Like there's this one, like this is completely typical of me, but it's like this one that it's like white. It has wings. It looks like a standard wyvern, except it's like head and tail are both heads. So he has two heads, one regular head and one kind of coming back out of his tail. They both look completely similar. He has no eyes. I'm pretty sure he's blind. And he just kind of has like a worm mouth, and he like vomits up children.
What the?
Like so he'll like vomit up this mucus pod, and little worm things will start popping out and attacking you.
Good lord.
Of both sides, and I thought he was really cool. Well, like partially because I think he's just cool, and I think he also does electric attacks or something. Also because I saw a doujinshi of him.
Oh, okay. Well, of course.
You're like, oh yeah, that's a interesting application I never thought of of his vomiting up worms.
Right. As far as me, this is my first Monster Hunter game that I've ever played. I've always known about Monster Hunter, like the franchise as a whole, but I guess I've never really looked into it, nor did I have any kind of immediate access to it during, before this and everything.
Well, it hasn't been on a main console. I mean, it's primarily on the DS.
Oh, that's probably why. Because I was never looking. I never looked around as much for the handheld market than
And that was really the only way. And I don't know how people do it, because like. I mean, I'm a big guy. I have big hands. Holding a DS, trying to do intricate shit. Your thumb breaks. You get carpal tunnel as you're trying to fucking take down a Rathian. Like, I can't do it. She's tail whipping. I can't dodge. My hand's broke. So you just one-handed it. But I can't do DS games. As much as I would love to play them, because I'm a huge fan of the Mario Luigi Saga games. But I just can't do it. They're too small. Even the XL's too small.
And then you gotta use your mouth with the stylus and everything.
But no, like it's Monster Hunter World is definitely a miracle for the franchise, because it's very beginner friendly. Well, it's more friendly than the other ones, because it doesn't give you a real tutorial. It just kind of throws you into the game.
Yeah.
It teaches you a few mechanical things, but like you have to figure out all the weapons by yourself. And there's 14, 16?
Oh, 14.
14 weapons. And complete difference in like every application of the weapon. Like there's guns, they're bow guns, quote unquote. There's 2 different kinds of that. There's an actual bow. There's 15 different swords. You got 2 blunt weapons, and there's a lot of intricacies in the game that are difficult to comprehend right off the bat, and a lot of people might be turned off by how slow it goes in the beginning. But,
I mean, I could vouch that it was a good learning process for me, just because everything was new. So. Right. I was just learning as I went,
right?
And out of all like the 4, I've got my chosen mains when it comes to like my weapon types. Mm-hmm. And what I like about the whole weapon system is that we're given 14 weapon types, but then each one of those weapon types has like this giant comprehensive tree of how you want to go about like your weapon style in general.
Because there's elemental, there's status effects, just raw damage, dragon effects that may or may not. Well, they do stuff. I looked it up a little bit, but you can,
like specifically towards dragons or elder
dragons. Because there's that elder seal effect that is supposed to stop them from doing certain things, but you rarely see it.
I see.
Or maybe you do, and I'm just bad.
I mean, I'm only in my first 30 hours, so I'm still a noob at this right now. I'm still learning.
But we'll get you there, Jomo. We'll get you there.
Yeah, but I'm liking as a newcomer to the franchise. I'm liking it really well. See, being like a Destiny player and also a Division player, those lifestyle kind of games. Monster Hunter really fit well because I've always liked lifestyle games like those because it's something for me to grind at and to kind of go for a goal at, and not necessarily the story mode because I mean, let's be honest, I never played Destiny just for the story. I played it for the gear and for like the gear and maybe for the friends because I play with Jiran all the time with in Monster Hunter World and all that, and then and my other friend Marshall. It's always fun and great, especially if you're with other friends, and I like that. I've always liked games like that where included people.
It definitely makes even if the game kind of got stale to you, playing with other people just makes it just kind of breathe new life into it, and Monster Hunter does that pretty well, I'd say. Though I do wish you could party up, and then if anyone takes on a mission, everyone gets the notification. They can just jump in.
Yeah, just like a guild system kind of thing, right?
Well, I mean, there's a squad system, but there's not. Other than making your own little HUD session, there's not terrible. There's not a lot of point to it.
I mean, the game is still pretty early. It's really well polished for
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure they'll open up to different updates and small things like that. They'll probably open up to us in the later future.
And it'll become like 10 times more popular once the PC version comes out in April.
So next month.
Yeah. Is it August? It's August.
Oh,
August
okay.
20th.
So down the line of the year.
Yep. Yeah. So PC players, you're gonna have to
get your butthole.
You're gonna be waiting for a while.
True. I mean, yeah.
But by then, there should be a pretty decent amount of content.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully they update at the same time, and then it'll just PC, and leave the consoles behind.
No, I'm sure definitely. They'll definitely have updates for both on time. I think it's more of just a thing of optimization. Yeah. That's it, really.
Because, I mean, when you look back, Monster Hunter World's pretty on the consoles. But then
you want those 60 FPS.
60 FPS, or you want to look at a tree and not see pixels.
Exactly. You want that, that fresh, crispy 16K... 16K, 120 FPS.
I will never understand PC players that say, yeah, you gotta have 120 frames like the human eye, not see past 80. There's no point.
Yeah, exactly. That's not even. That's past our human capabilities.
You can tell the difference, bro. I can tell the difference. You just gotta get it. You gotta know.
You see that ant? No, exactly. You can't see it on console. I can see it on mine because I spent $5,000 on my rig over here. I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm also a PC player as well.
Same.
I do.
Well, I guess I'm a laptop player, but
I mean, you're still considered PC.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my foot in console and PC, so. I mean, I don't really, but I'm not really a heavy gamer per se. I mean, Subnautica and some VNs now and then.
I really want to play Subnautica.
It's cool.
No, there's a new game by the people that made Don't Starve called Oxygen Not Included.
Oh yes, I've seen that actually.
It's a whole little it's survival, but in the sense that if you've ever played Fallout Shelter, it's like a much more advanced version of that, minus the go outside and go adventure.
Yeah, it's a resource management game.
Resource management game, and I love me some resource management games, especially when they're cute like that. But that's one game that I really want to play. There's a lot of shit that I want to play.
Yeah, true.
But unfortunately, I don't. Regarding my waifu Mei, I don't actually own Overwatch. No. I've always played a friend's version, and currently I'm playing Jomel's. But I played it on Xbox One before, And I refused, like, okay, so I was playing there, I was like, I don't expect to get anything. And then May's skin came out, I'm like, yo, it's time to hunker down. I refuse to put any money into that game because you get loot boxes for free.
Right.
You know, what is it? Once a day you can get 3 loot boxes if you do the arcade stuff. And then you get 1 every time you level up. I'm like, you know what, that's fine, that's enough. I don't need to shell out any money. And then the lunar event happened. I'm like, oh shit. It was like the last 4 days of it, and I was like, oh, I gotta hunker down. So I put in $5. All right, didn't get what I wanted. I got Reinhardt's and I got what's his name, Zenyatta's. I'm like, I don't want those. They're cool. I don't want them. 10 more hours. All right, didn't get what I want. $5 more. Didn't get what I want. 10 more hours, didn't get what I want. $10, didn't get what I want.
I like how you have a system going here. It's like, you can only spend $5 if you couldn't get it within the 10 hours of playtime.
Yeah, it's just, and it was rough. Like, I got $32 down and like 40 hours in. I'm like, it was the last day. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And then I finally got it, and I was like, I just stopped playing. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I got it. Now I can't. Then I realized I put that much money in that much time. Now I can't play anything other than the Xbox version because that's the only one that has the May skin, and I have to have the May skin. There's no point. There's no point in playing if I don't have it anymore. You know, because it's the cutest one. It's the best one out of every skin. Fuck whatever you say. It's the best one. So I couldn't play anything outside of Xbox One, and I don't have an Xbox One. So there was that dilemma.
Yeah.
But last night, I decided I'm gonna play a little Joe Miles Overwatch on my account because it's, you know, you can play your PlayStation Network on any PlayStation 4, which is really nice. Kudos to you, Sony. So I was playing it. It's like, all right, this is great. You know, having a good time. I didn't expect to get anything, but it was a lunar event. The lunar event's still going on.
Yeah, I think this is the last weekend.
So you won't get it. You won't get it by the time It'll be over by the time this comes out Monday. But Tuesday's a weekly reset. Yeah, okay. So maybe actually then.
I mean, if you hunker down for the weekend,
you'll have a day.
Yeah.
Once this comes out.
That's true.
So last night I was playing, didn't expect to get anything, and this was fresh on PS4 for my account. So I had like maybe 3 loot boxes under my belt, and I was like, whatever. The second loot box. I got the red one. I got that May skin. I was like, my life is complete. Now I have to buy Overwatch.
Yep.
Now I have to. Now it's required. God literally wrote out for me. Now you have to own this game. And then I subsequently lost every single game that I played that night.
So this is the trade-off right here.
This is the trade-off. You're not going to win ever again, but here's your skin.
Exactly. At least you'll look pretty.
Hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Team comp, ranked matches,
Overwatch League.
You got to be pretty. Doesn't matter. If you could be dirt, grime, whatever, as long as you're pretty underneath, doesn't matter. That's also how I put reason why I put in that extra 100 hours in Monster Hunter, because you got to be pretty.
No, yeah.
I wasn't pretty enough. I made my guy hot, and he was cool. My armor was the bomb, and I had a plan for a next set that was going to look even cooler, at least to me. It was gonna be weeby. Don't get me wrong, but it was gonna be cool.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. Completely unoptimized, but it's cool. And now I'm relatively optimized and pretty, so I'm happy.
There we go. Only 200 hours in.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, what's more important?
That's true. So as far as speaking about waifus and all that, VNs are good games to play. Yeah. I mean, I've only played I've only played one. When I mean by play, I mean I actually finished a route, at least one route, and I've only played one throughout my entire time.
I've played I've played. Let's see. There's that one that we both played that we're gonna talk about in a sec.
Mm-hmm.
There was Neko Para. I played the first chapter of that.
Really? The latest volume is out. You know.
Huh?
The latest volume is out.
Whose?
Of Neko Para.
Oh yeah. I've been meaning to play all of them, but I just haven't.
Because the last one has your favorite cat in it, I think.
Right. And now, those that play Neko Para, and those that have listened can listen to this podcast can probably tell which one's my favorite. It's cinnamon. Cinnamon's. So for one, I love cinnamon, the spice. Two, Cinnamon's a Scottish fold. She's modeled after a Scottish fold cat who have the little floppy ears and the short legs. It's fucking adorable. And two, she's a pervert. Three, she's a pervert, and you know that resonates with me. And four, she has big boobs, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, that's already a given.
That's already a given. And she has purple hair, which for some reason I have an affinity for. She literally hits everything that I like in a cat girl. I haven't played it. I haven't played her. I haven't gone her route because I haven't played the recent ones, but I plan to, and it's gonna be glorious. But other than that, I've played a little bit of Shuffle. I think I have Shuffle. I haven't played it, and yeah, I think that was it.
You should play Clannad.
No, no, God, no. Well, actually, I don't know, because I think I heard that the anime follows the VN pretty faithfully. So if I just do everything I did that happened in the anime, it might be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just do that.
But then I'll be self-conscious. Like, what if I've been watching it? I haven't watched it in like 2 years. What if
this will test how faithful you are to your wife?
Well, I've played it fucking 5 times, or watched it 5 times. It's pretty ingrained. It's pretty. It's ingrained in that scar.
It's burned in there with tears and.
Exactly. Just gonna. The floodgate's gonna open as soon as I turn the game on.
Exactly.
But so the game we've both played is Katawa Shoujo. You've gone after more Katawa Shoujo. Before, just a little history on it is it's a VN visual novel made by 4chan.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that baffles me because you would think, oh, it's made by 4chan, it's gonna be fucking goony as hell. No, it was a legit, heartfelt.
Yeah, it was a legit release.
A legit release that could stand among the other great VMs that are out there, which surprised me when I first played it. But after playing it, I realized that I can't. Remember that whole drama thing?
Yeah.
Oh, man, especially if I have to make the decisions. Oh, I was hyped. I was playing it in college because my roommate introduced it to me, and I'm playing it, and I'm like, all right, I found my girl. It's a purple-haired Bacon Chan. Because like half her face was burned.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So before we go any further, like the whole premise is that you're in a school of students that have some sort of disability.
Yeah. Like
out of all the heroines you can go for as far as a route goes, and one of them is a burn victim, one of them is blind, one of them is deaf, the other one has no legs, and the other one has no arms. And they all have their own little personalities and their own little stories, and then...
One has autism.
Which one is that one?
The pink-haired one.
Oh, right. That's the autistic one.
Yeah.
And it's not as straightforward as you think as far as, like, which one you kind of go for. You kind of have to, like... Depends on what decision you go... What decisions you do kind of leads into one or the other.
Right.
And I never really figured how to use that system, because I actually wanted to go for... quote unquote Bacon Chan, but I can never get that route for some reason.
I mean, it while you're now, I don't want to spoil it for anyone that might be interested. Remember, that's Katawa Shoujo. We'll probably link it. We'll put the name of it in the link, because I mean it is an HVM,
so
because there is sex in it, but it's like not
subdued.
It's not like it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get. No, it's just like it's the whole romantic vanilla.
It's normal.
Hey, after 20 hours of leading up to it, here's one scene, and then we move past it.
It's very emotional sex, too.
Yeah, it's very emotional. Except for the legless one.
Oh yeah, that was I remember going like having that moment of like, what's happening right now? Are we really doing this? Wow, I'm just like, okay, yep, we're doing this. Yep, I see breasts. Yep, I just kind of went with it.
Yeah, it kind of comes out of nowhere in a lot of cases. Like you don't expect it to happen.
Yeah.
When you do it with Bacon Chan, it was like I didn't realize that was about to happen. Cause like again, I don't want to spoil it, but it was just really surprising. But yeah. So the main character has a like heart arrhythmia or something, and like you can't get too excited, otherwise you'll have a heart attack essentially, which makes the sex hard.
That and also you'll get a bad end. Like you'll die.
You'll actually die. You'll die if you get a bad end. Actually, one funny thing is if you don't. So for the routes. If you get the bad end in the routes, usually you'll die. Because I mean, is it a spoiler to tell? Because all the bad ends are essentially the same, or at least the last scene are pretty similar.
I guess. I mean, out of all the bad ends I've always gotten, it's always been the same. I haven't gotten any different of a bad end. Oh, I've only gotten like a different bad end from a arc, but that was just like a sad version of it, rather than like the good ending of that arc.
Yeah. But mostly, you just kind of end up on the roof of the school. It's a high school. On the roof of the school, get drunk with your friend, and you fall off. You don't actually like heart attack. You just fall. You just fall to your death.
Yeah, because you kind of have like a little lonely party with your best friend. Yeah. And then that happens.
But one funny thing is, if you don't go after anyone, like you don't follow any route, he kills you because he pushes you off.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't get that ending. I just remember hearing that from my roommate, is that if you don't go after anyone, he just you get drunk on the roof and he kills you. Well,
then there's a warning. Then if you ever play this game, go for somebody, because you could just die anyway.
Well, you might die. You might die regardless if you're bad.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. True. Again, out of the routes I've played, the only kind of bad ending I've gotten was like just split off from like a main arc. That was it. And I have to say, like, this specific VN, I haven't played any other VNs as much, but as far as like what I know about VNs in general, this is one that really like was heavily involved in your decision making. So like whatever you chose as far as decisions went, that really mattered when it came to progression,
right,
and or death.
I mean, that's really I guess I can't say that's most VNs, because I played. My only other real experience was with Nakopara, and I don't think you made any decisions.
Yeah,
you were just there for the ride.
Yeah, exactly. It's a visual novel, so you kind of just like you read the novel that had visuals in it. I mean, see, it's not as like.
Well, I mean, they're all visual novels.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just most of them are choose your own adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
But I personally, I didn't play Kato Shoujo a lot. I only did 2 routes, and I went after the blind girl and Bacon Chan.
Just because of her breasts?
Well, no. They see again a fair assumption, but it was because Bacon Chan and the blind girl are best friends.
Oh, so they went hand in hand.
So they kind of went hand in hand after going after her. While going after Bacon Chan, I'm like, yeah, the other one's pretty. This one's really cool. I'm definitely going after her after. So I finished Bacon Chan and went after her. They had some pretty kinky stuff going on between them. But that was cool. There was an armless one that was like an aspiring artist. She painted with her feet.
Yeah, I remember that. See, that was the difficult art. That's the hardest route, actually. Yeah. It's the hardest route. I did not know, and I got myself into it accidentally. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go for her now. And like hours in, like, why can't I get the good ending? Because I couldn't make the right decision. I had to literally map out every decision on a piece of paper, and then I had to do like the whole like routing myself and to figure out where I can go next, or where I should go next. And lo and behold, I finally did it after like hours of constantly dying and redoing everything. And like, just stay. And It was an experience. I'll say it was, even though that was the most like difficult arc. It was actually really fun because I was really heavily invested in it.
Right. I don't know how, but like, or okay, how many times have you failed individual arcs?
Individual arcs?
Yeah.
Because I'm clueless and don't really know how to interact with 2D waifus. Apparently, I probably died at least twice.
I didn't die. It just didn't happen.
No.
Yeah. Mainly because I said if I die, I'm not playing this anymore because I can't deal with that kind of stress.
Really?
Yeah. So I made sure that every decision I made, I was like, all right. I sat there for like 30 minutes. Like, all right. So where could this go?
You just start theorizing
I had
everything.
to theorize. You know, you fucking make the spreadsheets based on calculations of waifuism. Like, if you the shy type, how do you approach them? How do you do?
I remember my first bed end. I was so confused because I was like, "Is it over? Did I just die or something?" I was so confused, and then I went back to the title screen like, "Did I just die?" I didn't even know. I didn't even know I could die in this game. I was so distraught. I was like, I was so concerned about starting over though. That was one of my concerns. I didn't have to start over completely over.
Well, because you can save whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And thank God for like fast forwarding. Options,
oh yeah, thank God for fast forward.
Especially if you're in like a very heavily invested arc and you have to start over at a certain point. You gotta go through all those lines again.
Right. But
we recommend it though. We recommend this VN. It's a little bit. I mean, it's older. That's
yeah.
like
what was it like? Let me see. When did it come out?
Because it was around my undergrad years, so 2013 or 12.
I feel it was well before that.
Before that?
Yeah. It's because it was popular because of one, the subject matter, and the fact that it was made by 4chan.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
I played it during my undergrad, so I don't know when it officially came out. Then
I remember hearing about it before I played it in my undergrad, but as soon as my computer decides to fucking exist, I can. Anyway, well, I'll let you know when it pops up when I can, but yeah, that's definitely a good one. I need to play more VNs. My next one's definitely gonna be Doki Doki Literature Club.
I'm definitely afraid of that game.
I am too. Now, people will be like, it's not scary. It's like, it's whatever. The reason why I want to play it is because it's weird. Like, because I know something's gonna happen. Like,
yeah, it's not just weird. Apparently, it's also it's slightly a horror game.
Well, slightly,
because like there's actually a disclaimer that they give you like as a warning.
Well, yeah, that's because everyone's depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something's wrong with them.
Exactly. Like,
and one in particular is, it's her. But like, it's not. Well, I don't know. I haven't played it. Well, no, I have played it. I played it with my anime club in school. But unfortunately, there's a lot of fluff in the beginning of VNs, so you don't get to the meat before shit happens.
You gotta get the establishment.
You don't get the establishment, but like, so we as a club we voted on which girl to go after, and we all voted on the purple haired one, Yuri, which was she was the one I'm gonna go after, because again, purple hair, shyness. I don't know why, it's just my thing. Because case A, my waifu's Kotami, because she's purple hair and shy, and maybe that's why. That's exactly why.
It has to be, because that's the only reason why I thought of like. Kotami has those aesthetics as well, so I'm gonna assume so.
Yeah. So, but like, during her route, like, two of the other characters just kind of fade out. You just kind of stop caring about them. But one in particular, you're like childhood friends. Shit starts going down with her, and I'm like, bruh, I'm trying to go after a girl. Chill out. Like, I can't deal with this double stress here. Because like, okay, for one, it wasn't even so much like going after Yuri was stressful. Like, herself was like, all right, you make the right decisions, you do what you got to do, and it's fine. But then here she is just like, oh, I got problems, and like, I can't handle this right now. I'm trying to go after best girl.
I'm trying to love, woman.
I'm trying to love. Leave me alone. But anyone that's played knows probably what happens to her. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can predict what's gonna happen to her regardless.
I mean, it's been a meme, so it was a meme for the first part of the year.
Yeah, that's true. It's still memed a little bit, so you kind of know what's gonna happen just by being a avid community
member.
Yeah, there we go. That one. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm scared because, like I said, when shit starts going wrong, I get fucky.
Mm-hmm.
But since things are going to go wrong, it's gonna be rough.
You know what's even scarier about it though?
What?
Like, for those of you who do know, I'm not gonna like spoil for those who don't, but like, the level of machine learning in this game, it's quite.
What do you mean?
It's interesting because well. I don't even know. Do you know what happens with it's Monica, right?
Yeah.
Monica.
Well, okay. I know what she is, but I don't know the extent of what's going on.
Okay, I mean, I'll just say this: there's a machine learning program in the game.
Oh.
So it takes into account a lot of things of what you do and learns.
Huh. I don't like that. Wait, so is it like an Undertale thing where you do it once and you play it again, some other shit happens?
Yes. Like that level of machine learning, yes.
Oh man. See, I don't need games fucking with me like that. Like I can't do it.
And I don't know what exactly happens, but it kind of catches you off guard. All I know is it catches you off guard and you have to just be ready for it.
I can't be. I can literally because I'll be ready the whole time and then I won't be ready when it happens. No. Why'd you have to say that, Jomo? So just going back real quick. Katawa Shoujo came out in 2012.
Okay, so right in the beginning of like my undergrad year,
yeah.
our undergrad year.
When we graduated from high school.
Oh yeah. Well, what month was it?
January.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we were still in high school. Actually.
Yeah, we were still in high school.
Okay. I didn't play until later that year, so.
Yeah, I didn't play it until 2014 or 16, one of them. Yeah. But yeah, so machine learning, really? I fucking want to deal with that. But it sounds interesting, so I'm gonna do it.
It really is interesting. Like I've seen people talk about it and everything, and it's fascinating because how the technology kind of influences itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to. I thought that's another reason why I don't want to play, because it'll start learning from me and watching me, and I'm not ready for that first hand confrontation.
I don't want to deal with that though. Like that's just something I don't want to deal with, especially from like. Not when I have to make decisions. Do it in a streamlined situation, not when I have to do shit. I mean, granted, again, Undertale did something similar, but like, not to like a huge extent. You just got different endings, and a character said, "Hey, remember that?"
Yeah, exactly. Kind of just reminded you of certain things.
So, but no, yeah, I'm certainly excited to play it. I gotta stop being a little bitch and actually sit down with it. I actually brought up to Jomel that we should probably do it. Like, if we were to ever do a like a kind of Let's Play kind of deal, Doki Doki Literature Club should be our first thing. Yeah, we probably have to like.
It wouldn't be on this channel. It'd be a separate channel.
It'd be a separate channel because this one's linked to iTunes and stuff, and it'd be better to just have a separate Let's Play channel. Yeah. Or would it? Because then, our views will conflict.
I mean, we're not necessarily dependent on this one. This is our source channel. That's true. So we're not dependent on whatever happens on this one. Right. We're just, if anything, we're just using this to source it out to like iTunes and everywhere else, because that's what really matters. I'm not really expecting anyone from YouTube to listen to a podcast.
Well, I listen to podcasts on YouTube.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. How do you deal with the whole, you can't close out the app kind of thing while listening to it?
I can't. I have YouTube Red.
Oh, do you? Oh,
yeah.
I guess I'm the only one that's poor shit then.
Well, also, the podcasts are slightly visual because the people are, sitting at a table talking and doing shit.
Yeah.
But generally, it's just me listening to them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what a podcast normally would be.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But, you know, sometimes if you really like people, you want to watch them exist. That's such a weird human thing.
What?
That if you like someone, you just want to observe them like some sort of fucking animal.
That's sort of what we do already. Is you know, it's when we like watch YouTube videos.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're just if it's not like drawn content or something, it's just like someone playing a game. It's like it's weird. Like when you really like step back and think about it, that's the weirdest fucking thing people do. One of the weirdest fucking things people do. There's a lot. You know, people are into like vor and stuff. That's weird.
You know, Jeff likes vor. No, Kevin likes vor.
I don't understand that fetish. It's not real. It doesn't make sense. Okay, I can't say a fetish isn't real because there's a lot of things out there. But like this one does. I can't. Normally, I try to wrap my head around why something's
like attractive.
Why something might be attractive, and for the most part, I can get it. It might not be my thing, but I get it. You know, but like that one's just there's no rhyme or reason. You know, it's like maybe the whole being embraced by someone's mouth, but like
so like imagine like in Monster Hunter World, except you know, instead of a Jagras, it's just like getting
a big ass girl.
Just getting eaten by like a girl. That's a Jagras.
I don't get it. There's no
or just being eaten by a Jagras. That's also the fetish.
Oh yeah, that's the monster vor part. Like
that's just vor. Isn't vor just like just being eaten by a creature?
Well, yes.
Like just in general.
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what form, as long as you yourself are being consumed.
I mean, there's subsections. There's the monster part where you just want to get eaten by some creature.
Okay.
There's I want to be consumed by the girl I like that's the same size as me.
What? Wait, same size?
Yep. It's a thing. And then there's a giant woman I want to be just swallowed whole. Well, they're both a swallowed whole.
Or just in a mouth or that kind of thing.
So I mean, I could understand being fondled in someone's mouth. I could get that, you know. I can. It's you know, because the mouth is can be seen as a sexual place. So I get that. I can, you know, I get it. But then when you're swallowed, like I don't. That's not. You don't. You're where there's nothing. You're gonna die.
I mean, you can enjoy like the esophagus ride and just being clenched by the esophagus and
but then you're in stomach acid.
Then you can just you can just relax in ecstasy and the stomach.
As you fucking dissolve.
Yes. See, the pain of being dissolved is ecstasy.
You're right.
That's
absolutely
that's
right.
complete euphoria, and then you kind of just like blank out in euphoria.
Look, I'm gonna put this one out here. If you like vor, tell me why. Put that in the comment.
You know, here. I mean, as far as if you want to ask us the question,
tweet at us.
Tweet at us at wannabeaboo and why you like vor.
Why you like vor? I'm genuinely interested. Now I doubt. You know, whatever. Just if you are, I'm genuinely curious. I'm not gonna bash on you much. Because you know me. I gotta bash on everything because I'm a fucking hater. But I'm genuinely curious as to why people like vor.
Yeah, but besides that, what else is your favorite tag in hentai or in general? Well, vor is one of them, but we want to know why specifically.
Yeah, I mean, sure, weird. Why not? It's just it's a conversation.
Yeah, it's a conversation. What's your favorite hentai? Like my favorite is vanilla because I'm boring. That's why. Because I actually I would like my hentai to be not smothered. Like, have the cover not be smothered by an old, fat man.
Well, let's see.
That's also a tag in of itself.
I don't get that either. I mean, maybe if you're big, fat, and ugly, I get it. But, like
a specifically ugly bastard.
But you're usually, like, super gross. And super gross to the person. We're going back to, like, fucking NTR. Like, people that like NTR have mental problems. If you genuinely like NTR, you are what's wrong with this world. I'm sorry. I'm not even. No, fuck that. I'm not sorry. You are the problem. You are the problem. And you need to stop.
No, that's NTR. Because you wanted to stop, they're not gonna stop.
I know that's the problem. Because they are the problem.
I mean, it's like the whole being cucked part. Some people enjoy that. You know, you can't stop people's enjoyment.
I mean, okay, you know, I guess I can. I can understand the, you know, you watching your girlfriend have sex with somebody else. Maybe if you detach the whole love part, you're essentially just watching porn with your girlfriend in it, or boyfriend, whatever. I get that. I can understand that part if that's an agreed upon kind of deal.
Consensual?
It's a consensual idea. But like when it's like fucking when the guy's like sad and like his love of his life has just been stolen from him, like I can't.
Well, that's true NTR at that point.
It's exactly that's what these degenerates like. That's why it's on a rise.
Like it's because of the betrayal element. That's what makes it look good. Apparently, that's what makes NTR.
Yeah, it's bad. Like there's a lot of heinous crimes out there.
Yeah,
but like, because you know. Okay, there's heinous crimes in real life, and then there's like crimes in hentai, and the NTR is one of the biggest ones. You can be raped here to the next fucking page, to the next 5,000 volumes, and no one will bat an eye. But you NTR someone, you're fucking, you've achieved the shit list.
And it's surprising because whenever I read the comments.
Now hold on, let me just take a step back real quick.
Okay.
Now when I say rape, I mean in hentai. I don't endorse this at all in real life. You are the absolute scum of the earth in real life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, so don't
take our words out of context.
Don't take our words out of context. I needed to bring that back real quick because I realized what I said. I'm like that sounds real fucked up.
Yeah. Despite what's happening nowadays, you know.
Right. Exactly.
We're not endorsing rape or anything like that. We're just
you are the scum of the earth if you force yourself upon anyone.
Right. Like, we will come in and personally kick your ass.
And I'm not terribly into it in hentai either. It's just so common. You just kind of like whatever.
Right. It's just it's an interesting thing to look at because the community is quite unison when it comes to what they like as far as tags. Like,
yeah.
There's like me being a vanilla fan. There's actually we're the minority in this kind of case.
Oh yeah, you definitely are.
We're the minority in this case because whenever I like look or read something and then like when specific tags that pop up, there's a lot of comments just saying that some people appreciate like the vanilla stuff and some people say it's boring and all that, and then some people like rave about NTR and all those hard tags that come out, like they rave about it and then they just like discuss and just praise it for some reason.
Again, I will always say that people that like NTR is scum of the earth, but like everyone else is just kind of they're either weird or it's just whatever. Because personally, I'm here we go talking about hentai again, but
this is brought to you by our weekly hentai plug. Only if you're above 18.
Only above only Jesus Christ. It always ends up. We always come here.
I mean, again, 18 and up, but if my lips are sealed.
Right, 18 and up. Don't do it if you're under 18. Can't stress that enough, and I will stress that every single
plug
every time this happens, and it seems like it's gonna be every goddamn week because we always get on this subject somehow.
But VNs are usually like like it's an arrow, so there's usually some hentai elements to it.
I mean, yeah, okay, that is where we transitioned. You're right. I mean,
so it's natural for this to have progressed into
because there's a lot of hentai like because there's the romantic VNs that have sex in it, and then there's the point of the VN is to fuck people. But like, so I'm part of the ridiculous, kind of on the ridiculous side of the hentai equation. Not like there's a fine divide between like vanilla BDSM. There's stuff like that are common in real life, and then there's the shit that can't happen. Like I'm on the tentacle large insertion commonflation side.
Yeah.
And 18 plus don't.
Yeah. I feel like we should just do one podcast of a hentai. We just do one hentai podcast.
We'll see, because then it's gonna just be weird.
No,
it's weird now.
I mean,
it just ends up happening, and it's hard for us not to talk about a subject once it's been what's in front of us.
That's true.
But
anyway.
Anyway.
Are there any games you wanna play this year that's coming out?
Coming out. I'm interested in Anthem. I think that's coming out this year, or did they push that back to 2019?
They did push it back. I don't know to what year. It might be 2019 because they did announce that they were pushing it back. Mm-hmm.
So there's Anthem now. People that have seen the trailer said, "All right, this game is gonna be absolute trash." Because what is it? By BioWare? BioWare?
Yes.
Or is it Activision? Or is it both? Is BioWare and Activision like crib buddies? Because usually, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Actually, I can just look it up. But I'm interested in that because I didn't like Destiny. Like, it was all right. Mm-hmm. I played I played a little bit of the first one. I didn't play any of the second one. And I hate PvP personally because I'm really bad at video games as much as I love them. But I thoroughly enjoyed the Destiny PvP. Mm-hmm. It was fun. It felt good. Mainly because even if you're bad, you can at least kill someone like once or twice because you had your ult. But I hear they essentially took that away from you in the second one.
What?
In the second Destiny?
What the?
So ults now are more geared towards like, or more skill based in the sense that to get them you have to be more skilled.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, yeah, you'll. I mean, if you constantly keep killing people, you're gonna
get it faster.
You're gonna fill up that super.
But
even
then, you'll get it maybe like 2 or 3 times per match, from what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've personally grinded out both Destiny and Destiny 2, so I can vouch for that. Yeah, I mean, it's more limiting, so you gotta really use your super when you can. Mm-hmm. You can't just spam it every time like you used to be able to.
Right, so. But yeah, so Anthem was pushed back to 2019.
Okay.
But the reason why I liked the PvP there was because it kind of reminded me of Overwatch a little bit.
Yeah.
Where I
mean, it's traditional 6v6 or 4v4.
Right, right, and I like that, and again I like Overwatch a lot despite not liking PvP. It's just it's fun because you can. No matter what you do, you can feel like you did something. You know?
Yeah, true.
Like you kill some people. Like, all right, I helped. That's all I got. And one of the main arguments for the way they did Destiny 2 is that they didn't want it to be just non-skill based, where you can just ult and everything's okay. But in Destiny 1, it wasn't like that. Like, if you were bad, you can kill people, sure, but they're gonna just come back and annihilate you.
Yeah, I mean, I can personally vouch for that from my own experiences.
And then hell, you might miss your goddamn ult. Now, some people it's a little difficult, like the Titan, you just gotta slam and you die. But like, it was interesting. You did it and you were fine for a while until they just outskilled you. And I feel like that's how a lot of games should do. I mean, obviously. Be different because I only have this just one idea, but like everyone, no matter how bad you are, should feel like they did something.
Right.
And this kind of leads me to did I say that they pushed Anthem back to 2019?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, okay.
But you were still looking up if it was BioWare.
Right. Yeah, the developer is BioWare. I don't think Activision. Oh, EA has a hand in it.
Good old EA. Disney is actually thinking about getting rid of the Star Wars license from EA because of the backlash. Like everyone's been giving EA about Battlefront.
Well, it's because the people didn't like EA in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Unless you like sports video games, and they made every goddamn one.
I mean, but especially if you're a Star Wars fan, you can't mess with this cult.
You can't mess with it. And they said, I don't know who thought it was a good idea. I mean, okay, business-wise, it's a good idea. I get that.
What?
To make progression tied to loot boxes. Because that means people are going to put more money into it in order to advance.
On paper, it sounds...
On paper, yeah. But when you add, people not wanting to do that because, then that just makes kind of an elitist kind of deal.
It's also a pay-to-win system at that point.
Pay-to-win, right? Exactly. No one should like if you're, dirt poor, but you were able to afford a PC or your console through just sheer work, and you have it now. And you're like, oh man, I'm gonna play Battlefront because I heard this game was great. I love Star Wars. Blah 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 blah. But obviously, you're poor. You can't put any money towards it. Versus Richie McRich, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna drop $10,000 and I'm the best player in the game. Like, what? Before you even do anything? No, that's not fair.
Right? I didn't know this was 2006 again.
Exactly. It's dumb. Like that idea is just it allows elitism. Elitism should be tied towards work. If you put in way more hours than the other person, you can jerk yourself off all over them as much as you want. By all means, you put in way more time than I did. I shouldn't be at your level because I paid for it.
Right.
That's not fair. That's just smacking away whoever. It's just bad. What's the word I'm looking for? Bad. It's just bad.
I mean, it's bad practice.
Bad practice. There we go. That's what I wanted to say.
Like, business wise, it makes sense,
right?
But when it comes to like player interaction and customer satisfaction, you're not satisfying anybody with that.
You're really not.
That system.
Except yourself, because you're getting money.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. So I really do hope Disney does take away that Star Wars license from EA, just so that we can get some fresh. Well, like Star Wars games in general, like good fresh Star Wars games.
That's true.
In like the next 5 years or so.
Because Star Wars, what was it? 1313 was supposed to come out.
1313 was just like that was like demo, not really demo, but it was just like shown off as a tech demo.
I thought it was supposed to be a full like you.
It was supposed to be, yeah, but they only like they showed off like a tech demo, like like gameplay of it, and like what you were doing. But after that, after that E3, it was just dead in the water.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't that it didn't get enough traction, or was it like people just weren't? Well, no. People were interested because it was, were you playing a bounty hunter, or were you playing something like Han Solo?
No. I think you were actually. I can't completely remember, but I do.
Or were you a trooper? I don't know.
I think you were actually Jango. Like
you were Jango?
A young Jango.
Okay, so yeah, that would have been hella interesting.
Like you get to play as a young Jango growing up in like level 1313 of Coruscant. Like that's like the shittiest level of that planet where it's just all scum and shit. And you're gonna have to grind your way up to what he became to be.
Right.
That was gonna be cool. I mean, I'm a big fan of Jango Fett or any kind of Mandalorian in that case, but. Jango Fett was one of my favorite characters, and I would have loved to play him like as a up and coming bounty hunter.
Right, and it's been incredibly interesting. So I don't really know why it just.
I think it was just negligence. Like
they just kind of dropped it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know they shut down one of the international departments that was working on it, and that was just it. And then it was just dropped.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and it looked really good too for the time. Like. The gameplay looks solid, and I would just want to know more. Like I would probably it'd probably be heavily story based, and that would have been fine by me. Because
we haven't had a full story based Star Wars game, like single player Star Wars game since I want to say Knights of the Old Republic. I'm not 100% sure.
That's like an MRO. That's like an
no. You're thinking SWTOR. Knights of the Old Republic was like SWTOR except single player.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a good way to explain it. Now I'm not sure personally. Don't quote me on that. There might have been others. Don't count the Lego games. I guess you can.
I love the Lego games.
I love the Lego games too. Great. That's the majority of where my Star Wars knowledge actually comes from. Because I've watched them. I watched the first trilogy when I was real young, so I don't remember too much about it. And then maybe in my early teens, I watched the other three. But I had played all of the Lego games before that because a friend of mine, we always like to play co-op games, and there it was.
How about the Force Unleashed series?
I did play. I played the first one. I think I played some of the second one, but they axed that canon wise.
Yeah, I know, because I mean it was part of that extended
Starkiller
universe.
was a little broken.
A little. I loved him. Like, he was amazing.
Yeah, he was cool. When I think the Force, I'm like, yeah, lightning energy balls. That's cool.
I can stop a Star Destroyer.
And then people are like, no, that's not how that works. That no.
I mean, they sort of like brought him back as a planet in The Force Awakens, as calling him Starkiller Base. Oh. So they can at least pay homage to that.
I guess.
And even though it's not canon anymore, at least they they gave the name to the destruction of planets.
Well, I think I do think the main reason why they had to axe it was because Starkiller was so broken. Because like if he met anyone, he like just when you just see what you could do in that game, that it was so stupid. Like you were literally shooting giant lightning force balls. Like you don't see that in any of the movies. You don't see that in the new movies.
And maybe in the novels, like maybe. the extended universe novels.
I don't know. I was talking to one of my friends who's pretty into the universe, and he said no, that's completely unprecedented. Pulling that destroyer out of the sky is a big no. That can't happen. It's too much.
It's too much to bring a whole Star Destroyer down.
Right.
Oh.
Now, I mean, granted, Yoda was able to lift Luke's X-wing out of the swamp.
But that's a fighter.
That's a fighter. It's like
that's like a plane, like a little jet plane.
Yeah. So you
compared to a fleet, like a warship kind of thing.
Right. So yeah, they had to axe that. Though, again and again, there are characters in the Star Wars universe that are like stupid. Like, so there's one that like eats planets. There's some dude that eats planets.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Revan that mastered both sides of the Force, and he can just do a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah,
apparently.
He can.
And I don't know. It's what they need to do. They need to make it like a straight up anime version
of what?
Star Wars.
Of Star Wars?
And it'll pop off.
It'll pop off in the other community. I don't know. Because I can see a divide in the community, which is like the
pump it full of waifus, obviously.
Just pop. Well,
people are like the Twi'leks.
True.
Just anime-ize them. Bam. All the Monster Girl people swarm to them.
Maybe some newfound there'll be some newfound fetishes from the Star Wars community.
Exactly. See, there you go.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
That's why I put the idea. I would definitely want to see that happen.
Well, anyway, coming off from that long tangent. EA.
Well, that was a tangent.
Well,
because I was originally talking about Anthem.
Oh yeah.
After talking about Destiny.
Yeah. We'll get better at this podcast thing, guys. We'll get. This is only podcast number 5. Yeah. Well, we've got years to come.
Right. What was it?
I mean, the main question was, what were you waiting on this year for as far as games go?
So there was Anthem. There was, shit, I don't remember now. Let me see. Let me see.
Are there any games you want to play like that have already come up but you haven't gotten a chance to play?
Yes. There's a couple indie ones. I mentioned Oxygen Not Included.
Mm-hmm. Like me personally, I kind of not to interject or anything, but
no, go ahead.
Because I've been meaning to play Final Fantasy 15 because I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I liked it. I beat it. It's pretty good.
Did it? Okay. Because that'll be my first Final Fantasy game because I've never actually played. I'm very familiar with the Final Fantasy universe, but I've never actually sat down and played a Final Fantasy game. And
wait, really?
Yeah, I'm being serious. And when Final Fantasy 15 came out, a lot of my friends were playing it, and they were giving like a lot of praise about it, and including you and everything.
Mm-hmm. It was certainly, again, I could see that it was new user friendly because it wasn't. I mean, there's a difficulty selector, so it could be as complex or as simple as you want it to. But there were a lot that I personally think there's enough intricacy in weapon selection and how the magic works for each battle to be interesting.
Right.
And again, if you want to put it on easy, you can just mash the attack button and win.
And I like good stories. And how was the storytelling in this?
I think the story was pretty good. Like the way it progressed. There's a couple things like certain things happen to certain characters and you don't care enough because you didn't get enough of them.
Right.
But that might be due because you're supposed to like get used to them. Because there's the main 15. There's the prequel from Noxus's Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
There's an anime.
Oh yeah, there's an anime.
Or anime movie.
Yeah, I did see that. Like I didn't watch it, but I saw that.
Yeah, and I think there's a little comic. I don't remember. But all that tells different stories. I think the comic tells the war and shit, all that. The prequel tells Noctis as a kid, and you get more of him and what's her name? Was it Luna? Whatever that girl that he's marrying.
I think it is. Don't quote us on that.
I don't remember. I just know you're going through a bunch of Noctis's dreams, and you learn more about his past and his personal connection with his father and whatnot, which then segues into the 15 pretty well. And yeah, Final Fantasy 15 was just, I think it was really refreshing to the series.
Is it?
I'd say so, because like it's just you and the boys out on the road. Like it was great. I mean, then shit got serious, but for the majority, it's just you guys going around, camping, eating food, fishing, promptos, taking pictures. Oh, I love the picture system in really any video game, because I like to take like as many pictures, and then at the end of the game you look back.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the game makes you look back once you beat it, because it shows you in the credits all your pictures.
Oh wow!
Oh, and that felt so good. Because you take pictures of like group. There's cutscenes where you take group pictures. There's like doing stuff, and then oftentimes while you're out adventuring, Prompto, the blonde guy with the guns, he'll be like, "Hey, there's this cool spot somewhere. Let's go take a picture up there." You'll have to walk up there, and you all take a group picture in front of whatever, and it's like, it felt so good. It felt so good. You're taking pictures of the new cities you visit, the chocobo races, your car. It's so.
I definitely gotta play now. I mean, it's also like been discounted now.
Yeah,
a year, but I definitely gotta play that.
And then I would, if you have the money for it, I would recommend getting the season pass or the deluxe edition.
Oh, really?
Or whichever one comes without the DLC.
Oh, okay.
Because all the DLC are pretty, from what I hear, really good.
Really?
Because you learn the backstory of all your three friends. What is it? Gladius, Prompto, and Ignis. And each one has unique gameplay. It's not like you're not playing Noctis, you're playing them.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
There's another mode where you can create your own character and you go out on hunts with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming out with some more stuff, and I think they said they're going to introduce a mode. Now I don't know if this is DLC or is either it's going to be paid or free DLC, but I think they said that they're going to introduce a thing where you can actually switch characters while you're playing and play with their systems as if you were playing them in their own DLC.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. So I'm curious to see, because I didn't think they would focus so much on 15. They're doing a lot of stuff for it. They have 4 DLCs for 4 DLCs coming out for it. 3 with your friends, 1 with the multiplayer one. They have another one coming out that focuses on the main antagonist. They had 3 different events. There was the Chocobo Festival. There was the Assassin's Festival, because they had some weird crossover with Assassin's Creed for some reason. Like,
that's weird.
So there were events in both games. So on the Final Fantasy 15 side, there was the Assassin's Festival. They were celebrating Assassins, I guess. You got an Assassin's Creed outfit, and you were like jumping rooftop to rooftop assassinating mofos for some reason. I don't remember what the story was, I didn't get a chance to play it. But on the Assassin's Creed side, this was Assassin's Creed Origins, the fucking main antagonist from the game shows up in
really
in Assassin's Creed, and it gets chased off by Bahamut.
Oh my god!
And then you get Noctis's iconic weapon and a chocobo that has 4 legs.
That's a weird thing. I guess it's like a weird partnership they both had.
I don't know why they did it. It happened. It was a thing. I don't think anyone hated it.
That's cool.
It was interesting.
Maybe I'll get the mobile version of 15.
And then they forgot about that. There's a mobile version. Think about that one though. The first chapter is free, but everything else you have to pay for because it's a free download.
Oh wow.
But it's the entire main story, and I didn't see much of the gameplay, but it's similar.
It's just all polygoned up.
Just polygoned up and chibiified. And I think that's the weirdest thing I've ever fucking seen. I've never seen, I don't think anyone's ever done that. Put an entire PlayStation game on mobile, but just low res everything.
Yeah, that's quite ambitious.
That's really cool. But yeah, so there's that. If you're interested in getting into Final Fantasy, 15 is a good start. Mm-hmm. A lot of the other games are really good. But 15 is definitely a good
beginner,
good place to jump into because there's a lot of content.
Okay.
But
we've been going for about an hour or so. Already.
An hour or so. Yeah.
I think we're out of time. We're out of time for this week.
Yeah, we're out of time for this week. I want to continue to talk your ear off about Final Fantasy because I've only played a few other games and I have a lot to say about them. But we'll save that for another time.
Right. Exactly. If you want to ask us a question or just drop a line or hate on us or anything, you can follow us on our Twitter page. Our Twitter handle is @wannabeaboo. If you just spell it out, it'll be down in the description below. It's WANNABEABOO @wannabeaboo.
Yeah,
that's our Twitter handle.
We're also on YouTube.
We're on YouTube
and the Switcher app.
Yeah, we're on
Switch app.
Oh, Stitcher.
Yeah, I keep saying Switch. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Stitcher app.
Find us on YouTube, iTunes, and Stitcher, or anywhere else that has an RSS search, because you can just use the RSS feed down below just to find us. And as always, my name is Jamal Socorro.
My name's Jerron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabeaboo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifeu. This is podcast number 5, and as always,
we'll talk to you next time. Jesus Christ, I always get that. We'll talk to you next time.
Good night, guys, or good morning, wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, whatever you're doing.